Identity theft cost consumers and businesses $53 billion last year. Nearly 1 in 8 U.S. adults has had their credit card hijacked. It's affecting millions of consumers and costing billions of dollars. Identity theft, the fastest growing white-collar crime in America. 27.3 million victims in the last 5 years, almost 10 million in the last year alone, at an annual cost to the victims of about $5 billion. Has it happened to you? Yet. Someone you know? Yet.
Identity theft can happen to anyone.
My home phone, my business phone, they had everything.
She said, well, somebody been using your name.
This individual started charging things all over the United States.
My identity had been used to cash checks.
They told me I had 12 points on my social security number. And I'm like, that's not true. So they say your birthday is 4/20/63. I'm saying, do I look 40?
J. Howard Beals, director of the FTC's Bureau of Consumer Protection, acknowledged that a fair number of thieves have discovered that this is a fairly easy way to make money. In fact, the average arrest rate for all reported cases is under 5%, according to law enforcement.
The attorney generals are trying to do what they can. But as a former attorney general, I know how frustrating that is.
Law enforcement does not have the resources available to be able to handle all of the identity theft cases coming in. And with very little information to go on, they waste their time.
You have so many things on your radar screen. The identity theft involving one person, that's hard to become the #1 priority of a law enforcement agency.
Let's face it, criminals have the advantage when it comes to identity theft. It's easy to steal your personal information, but it seems it's just as easy to get away with using it. And they can get away with it over and over again.
I hear now that once you become a victim, you're more likely to be a victim again.
Once they have that, there's no end to what they can do with it. It's only limited by how creative the thief is.
It's the most helpless, frightening feeling in the whole world, to know that they may be taking everything you've worked your whole life to have.
Don't think you are at risk? That you're protected? Think again. If someone wants your personal information, there are several ways they can get it. Some more difficult than others, but they can get it.
Maybe you think you're not a target, that only rich people get targeted. Again, not true. The truth is, the average consumer is the most common victim. All you need is a social security number and minimally acceptable credit worthiness to be victimized.
You also might be thinking, I'm on top of my finances. I'd know if I were being victimized. Well, that only helps part of the identity theft problem. The bigger problem is when someone uses your personal information to establish new credit in your name.
According to the FTC, in the 12 months ending July 2003, 3.23 million consumers discovered that new accounts had been opened, and other frauds such as renting an apartment or home, obtaining medical care or employment had been committed in their name.
Somebody had gotten all my information and started a dummy website committing fraud and really destroying my good name.
They had my name, my address, my social security number, all of my information. They were requesting that a credit card be sent to them.
When law enforcement found out what was happening, who did they go to? The guy who's listed as the registrant of that domain name, yours truly.
The fact is, you are at risk. The only thing you can do is take action to reduce your risk and prepare for the possibilities. And the way to do that is with the Identity Theft Shield.
The Identity Theft Shield benefit is a comprehensive product that not only helps you reduce your risk of becoming a victim, but also helps you restore your identity if you ever are a victim of identity theft.
There are 3 main areas of service. First, you will have access to your credit report through Experian, along with information on how to read your report. Second, after you've ordered your credit report, we'll continuously monitor your credit to help you identify suspicious activity. If someone requests your credit report, asks for new credit, etc., and it's reported to Experian, you will find out about it. The next area of service is what sets this product apart from everything else in the market.
Other companies can help you identify a problem. They can help you discover that there is an issue. However, that's where they stop. Well, not Kroll, though.
We're going to help you restore your credit with our Identity Restoration Service.
Many of the products that are out there, once you determine you are a victim, They hand you a fraud packet and give you some contact information, some sample letters, and you're pretty much on your own to still do all the work for yourself. What they've done is aggregate the contact information, which is a help. But the real meat of it, the real core of it, all the real work is still left on your shoulders. With Identity Theft Shield and with Kroll, our licensed investigators can do most of that work for you.
It's important to note that these benefits do not apply in situations where the identity theft is the result of a dishonest, criminal, malicious, or fraudulent act committed by you, your spouse, or your child.
Also, restoration services cannot be provided for known identity theft issues that occurred prior to the membership.
The Identity Theft Shield benefit is the result of a partnership between Prepaid Legal Services Incorporated, a pioneer of the legal services industry, and Kroll Incorporated, the world's leading independent risk consulting company. Kroll's international resources and leadership are why they have been involved with some of the most high-profile public cases of our time.
After the Enron debacle, Kroll was brought in to manage them during the turnaround. Some of our folks are running Enron right now. After the first Gulf War, the Kuwaiti government asked us to help track down Saddam Hussein's international finances.
So why would a company like Kroll decide to enter the consumer market?
This product evolved from a business-to-business solution, which was very reactive. And a little over a year ago, it became very evident that this was a consumer product that needed to be offered to consumers on a proactive membership basis.
You can't get past the third page of almost any newspaper that you pick up and not read something about or that would establish the need for legal services and also would establish the need for the Identity Theft Shield.
The Federal Trade Commission reported that people whose identities have been stolen can spend months or years and thousands of dollars cleaning up the mess the thieves have made of their good name and credit report.
And according to the American International Group, the average identity theft victim spends more than $1,500 in the quest to clear his or her name. And that doesn't include attorney fees, which could add thousands more in expense.
When someone has their identity stolen, it is a serious problem. And it is not a problem that the average person, yourself or I, are going to be able to solve. We're going to need help. Now, most of us don't realize that at the time that it happens to us. But most of us have no idea where to turn. We have no idea of how much time it's actually going to take for us to have to go through this process of restoring our identity, the red tape and things that we're going to have to deal with. But by having the Identity Theft Shield, you have what I believe to be the best company in the world to help you restore your identity for you. It's not up to you to go out and do it. It's up to you to simply let them know that it's happened to you, and they'll take over, and that is a very valuable service that anyone who becomes a victim of identity theft badly needs.
Now, with the Identity Theft Shield, we can help you protect your financial rights as well.
All you need to do is enroll, and the Identity Theft Shield goes to work for you. It's there, watching over you every day. While you work, while you're with your family, while you enjoy dinner with your friends. Always.
To review the details of this great benefit and enroll, contact the person who gave you this program today.